For decades, a growing global community has joined together to stop the spread of nuclear weapons and promote the use of nuclear technology for good. The United States of America has been at the forefront of these efforts from the start. Nuclear technology spread in the 1950s and 1960s without a framework for cooperation, threatening to throw the world into chaos and destruction. During the 1960 presidential debate, President Kennedy said, "I think the fate not only of our own civilization, but I think the fate of the world and the future of the human race is involved in preventing a nuclear war." The international community combined forces, and together we avoided disaster. Now, in its 45th year, the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, or NPT, is a critical part of global security. The United States is fulfilling its commitments in all three pillars of the NPT. We've worked toward a world without nuclear weapons and have already reduced our nuclear stockpile by 80% since the NPT entered into force. The ongoing implementation of the New START Treaty shows our continued commitment to disarmament. It's true that the U.S. and Russia possess over 90% of the world's nuclear weapons, so our shared work continues. Under the landmark 1993 HEU Purchase Agreement, material equal to 20,000 Russian nuclear weapons was converted into a major electricity source for the United States. The U.S. is unmatched in our support for non-proliferation. We promote and facilitate nuclear safety and security programs around the world, including a global effort to lock down nuclear and radiological material so it doesn't fall into the hands of terrorists. We are the single largest supporter of the International Atomic Energy Agency, or the IAEA, which works to promote and safeguard the safe, secure, and peaceful use of nuclear technologies. Peaceful uses of nuclear energy address challenges such as climate change, food, water, and energy security, and sustainable development. Through the IAEA Peaceful Uses Initiative and other efforts, the U.S. is a leader in supporting projects that are making a real difference around the world. The United States has a deep understanding of the grave impacts of the use of nuclear weapons, and while we're fighting nuclear dangers across the board, there is still much to do. No matter the obstacles, the U.S. is committed to strengthening the NPT, understanding that each pillar is important and reinforces the others. The NPT is still our best tool in reducing the nuclear threat. Working together with our global partners, we can achieve the peace and security of a world without nuclear weapons.